Good evening. My name is Jaimya Evans. I'm sure many of you heard the similar phrase, trust yourself that you can do it and get it. Meaning, if you believe you can do it, you can and will. There are many times when people have mishaps and don't know when or how to pick themselves up back off their feet. But it's never too late to do so. Once you've realized that, then it won't be so hard anymore. But of course, it takes time. In the past 18 years of my life, I've always been trying to do as perfect as I can be, never knowing when to mess up from my mistakes and learn from them, or never wanting others to see me fall, whether it was in sports, academics, the way I acted in public, or just anything I did in general. And I'm positive everyone that lives on this planet has felt that way in some point of their life. I'm sure they were at their breaking point and didn't know how to get back up or ask for help. But we tend to forget most times is that we're only human and that it's okay for us to fall apart and ask for help. But I know that it's hard to do so, and most times it's embarrassing. One of my favorite Aesop stories that reminds me of how what I'm speaking about today is called the oxen and the axle trees. It demonstrates how people can suffer well, it demonstrates how people who suffer can call out the least. The story speaks about the team of oxen dragging a heavy wagon down the country lane. They pass some axle trees that are groaning in pain and they're barely doing anything. This shows how most people who carry a lot on their shoulders are in so much pain, even though they are trying their hardest to do what they can do and get it done in the best way possible. During the story, it also explains how the accent asks, why are the axles making so much noise when they're doing nothing at all and they're the ones that are carrying the heavy things. So it's okay to ask for help even when it's hardest to do so. One example in my life it was actually a recent occurrence that has been going on for a while now. I live in a household where my parents want me to do great in everything, being great on chores, being a great sister to my younger brother, getting great grades, and so on. I've never felt comfortable telling my parents my struggles, whether it was being tired, when it came to my feelings, or when I needed help with something. There were nights where I would cry because I was getting to the point where I didn't know where I was going or what I was doing, and I didn't know if anyone would help me or listen to my struggles. Eventually, I was at my lowest point, and I thought that I couldn't seek the help that I needed. I couldn't ask because I was too scared of what might have been said. And there was a person who was wanting to help me, but I was kind of too scared to ask him. But now that he's been a very big influence on my views of asking for help. And I've also been able to gather the courage to ask my parents for help as well. Instead of dismissing me, they were able to come up with a plan and help me get together and decide to check up on me whenever I needed. And as for the influencer, he's also been able to help me as well. And I will be forever grateful for that. Although my story turned out to be different from the Aesop story, it teaches us the same moral of the story that it's okay to fall down and ask for help. At the end of the day, we're only human and everyone goes through the same things. But the fact that I was able to ask for the help and the oxen weren't speaks volumes. Maybe if the story went on a bit longer, we could have seen how, we could have seen if they would have asked for help without being ashamed to do so like I was before. Thank you.